how do you go about injecting AI agents into IoT solutions?
I kind of look at it as three different architectures, and these aren't, necessarily cut and dried, and there's variations and all that kind of stuff going on. But the simplest one to get started with is just there's one agent and it's one device and they're married together, and that's the entire system that you're dealing with. So first, the agent has to be able to sense its environment, what's going on around it. It uses IoT sensors to do that, to look at its physical environment. The next step is it has to decide what it's going to do about that. There's a couple of ways to implement computational decision making. The one that probably everybody's thinking about right off the bat is these LLMs. That's certainly one way for a computer to make a decision. LLMs are easy to get up and running. You mostly just create a prompt in English. Granted, it's a little more challenging than that, but it's pretty easy to get started. And that's one way to do it, decision making. But another way is to use some of these traditional AI algorithms. And like I said, some of these algorithms have been around for decades and they can give you guaranteed optimal results. Now, they're a little more tricky to set up, but it's a great way to use decisions depending on what decision you're trying to do. And then last, we need to be able to let the agent act and to do something into the physical environment. Clearly, that's where the IoT devices come in again. We need to run those actuators. Now, most of us don't program LLMs internals directly, but the LLM designers have allowed LLMs to use tools, special tools, right, that you can use that the LLM can talk out to. So we will integrate IoT devices into an LLM by way of a tool. If you're doing some of these traditional algorithms, you're already inside the code writing stuff. And so it's pretty easy to just write a little bit more code, a few more procedures to actually hook those traditional algorithms up to IoT devices.